face, no case. You feel me? You feel me?
No Face Crypto just dropped another video. We're fucked. Who the hell is this guy?
Can't see me, but feel my mind. No Face Crypto, phantom protocol. Standing tall while empires fall. Central chains can't cage it all. Unshaken faith I break.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the No Face Crypto channel. Where's your face new case? You feel me? Gonna make this a quick shit post for the morning, and we're just gonna go ahead and get started with probably the craziest news of the day, guys. Is that we did get the Epstein files. There's no point even looking through them because they are heavily redacted, and I'm sure we'll go ahead and get something out of them, but right now is not the time to do that. They all looked like this. This is not an exaggeration, right? And right here, it's a little meme that says redacted states of America, because that is exactly what we are right now, ladies and gentlemen. There's so many bad things that have happened in the news over the last week. There's really no point even talking about it because this is a crypto channel. So we're going to go ahead and continue that. But one of the craziest things that I noticed is allegedly, right? Brown University was the same university of the scientists who discovered a new fusion energy, which would have essentially put the fossil fuel market almost out of business. It could replace it. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's exactly what this gentleman discovered. He was clearly murdered because you can't do that without being murdered. So he died. And then 2 years later, we get another shooting at Brown University. I wonder what job they went to go finish up. And that's the unfortunate truth. But I believe that is something to do with fossil fuels and keeping people in power who are currently in power. And the same thing goes for the Epstein files. What the hell is this? What am I supposed to read here? Like, insane, guys. Insane. Here's a post I posted about 2 days ago, guys. Apparently, we're getting the Epstein files JPY rate hike on the same day. Military bots are working OT. War soon with Venezuela. We know who owns America. Fuck them. Stay focused. No face. And then we still got people asking if ZBEX. It doesn't even matter. Not important here. So essentially what I meant by this is, did we not all hear the quote that Trump said? I think it was like a few days ago. I lost my mind when I heard this shit. Miriam Alderson, these people run America. And if you guys don't know that already, now you know, right? But what's very, very bad about this is these people do not have Americans' first interest first. They have the interest of their own home country first. And that is all, and that is as deep as I'll go with that, right? I'm not here to be anti-Semitic today. Not today. But I'm going to go ahead and play that clip for you guys so you guys can understand kind of what I am talking about here and how fucking insane it is.
Marks, say a couple of words. Come here, darling. And these people do like Israel.
Hold on. And he loves Israel too.
It's true.
2 seconds. Just 2 seconds. 6 years ago, I was up here, and I said, "This is our first Jewish president." Now he's the first Jewish president to serve two not consecutive presidencies. We thank you
That's
for
right.
everything.
That's where bad things happened on the second one. Namely, the election was rigged. And we found out, and you see that happening.
First off, before I say this, I want to say Merry Christmas to all of you, right? I hope everyone has a Happy New Year. Christ is King. And that man, Jesus Christ himself, died for us. So we're able to say shit like this. So I'm going to go ahead and follow up this quote by saying, there is a difference, guys, and I want to be very, very clear here. There is a very big difference between a genuine, real Jewish person versus a fucking Zionist, right? 100%. The people who really run this country are fucking Zionist. Don't let these people and these literal demons on earth, do not let these people try and convince you and change your narrative and try to have you think that all these Jewish people genuinely hate you. This is not what it is, guys. This anti-Semitic shit is designed on purpose. They want us to become anti-Semitic, right? In the Freemason handbook, if you will, they want people to become anti-Semitic and basically have an Armageddon war, essentially, to then come in and control the world. That is not fake. That is not a lie. That is genuinely what they believe in. And I'm not going to sit here and say I agree with everything that Candace Owens says, but I will say I do agree with the sentiment that you should take your children out of public schools. Because I'm sorry, but McGraw-Hill, that entire textbook line, like, we all know Ghislaine Maxwell's father is the one who had overseeing of all of these textbooks being printed. How the fuck are you going to teach me my history? How are you going to tell me what happened 100 years ago when there's people in real life who walk, talk, and breathe, who say everything that opposes what's in those textbooks? The second the majority of parents in America realize that a fucking sex trafficking, Zionist, devil worshipping individual had control over their children's textbooks, shit is going to hit the fan. And it's going to take a while. It might take 30, 40, 50 years. I don't even know if I'll be around to see it. We will never get the answers that are in the Epstein files, quote unquote. The Epstein files. That whole charade is fake. What files? What files? Genuinely, guys. Don't let them fuck with your brain. We are living through a psyop. Straight up. Because behind the scenes, all this shit is going on. All these distractions, guys. What do I even have to say? We got Venezuela. We got multiple shootings. We got the whole Charlie Kirk thing. We got Americans being captured overseas and having to be released. We got there's so many things going on, right? Oh, but the economy's great. The economy's great, guys. Keep buying. It's great. Buy a 50-year mortgage. The economy's amazing. If you know what's going on behind the scenes, you will succeed. But it takes truth in all aspects for that. And a lot of people might not like to hear America is bought and paid for. Like, that's just the truth. I'm sitting here as a younger American knowing this information. Now, you think I'm happy about it? No. I just hope that one day I live to see where the interest of our country comes first, where we genuinely stop the wars, the pointless wars, false flags. You guys know how it goes, right? Has there ever been a world without war? I don't know. All I can tell you guys is that, let's just say, for example, here, my digital assets shoot up insane and at an insane price. You guys can find me in the woods in a cabin, not on some crazy shit, but you can basically find me somewhere where I don't have neighbors. I know. Love thy neighbor. Everyone has their own preferences, but I straight up, I want to be in God's country. I want to be in the woods. I don't want another box with people in it near me. I just don't. That's just how I am. And, I want to be able to raise my family in I don't know, untamed land, if you will. Like, I just don't, the whole idea that people live in cities, people live in duplexes and homes that are literally right next to each other. That capitalistic idea, it's I don't agree with it. I don't like it. And people mentally, they change when they're put in a box and they're around a million other people. Your thought process would change completely if you woke up and you didn't see another person. It sounds bad. It's not. That's not what I mean. Like, it's not bad. I just, I feel like the more time goes on, people get more disconnected from the real world and you know, it's good to socialize and talk to people and shit, but these phones and this technology, this internet, this crypto shit, it can drain you 100%. And so I kind of yearn for, I don't know, a home not really near other people. You know what I'm saying? As much as I love other people, I want to see nothing when I wake up in the morning, drink my fucking coffee. I don't want to see nothing. Um, that's where this world's pushing me, guys. And I don't know. I know I've been rambling for a little bit, but let's just go on to the next point here. This is a shitpost. Obviously, if you guys watched my last video, I spoke in pretty good detail about the reverse carry trade. As of today, which is Saturday, we did have a 0.25 rate hike on behalf of Japan. Now, that I think that brings them to 0.75 total within the last few months. I'm not quite certain on that, so I don't want to be, giving you guys false facts, quote unquote, false flags, right? But that's why I said, guys, to always keep your money to the side, keep some money to the side, be prepared for anything, stack up when we have dips, because we had some really good buying opportunities with this news, and the effects of this news are yet to be seen. And a lot of people get caught up in the headlines, think they're going to make $1 trillion by tomorrow, but they don't buy when it goes down. It's insane. Not financial advice. So we did have that rate hike, and on top of that fact, I would like to say I think it was priced in already. That's not to say we won't see a cascading effect from this. We don't know, right? It's the weekend right now. We're not too sure what's going to happen. A lot of things are up in the air. And on top of this, we have the Venezuela situation going down where the price of oil is going to go up. So I'm not, these are very big macro factors that are going to be taking place here. Now, the whole idea that we're going to see an insane price in XRP by the end of the year has always been insane. I was actually talking to someone in real life about this yesterday. I thought it was hilarious. Me and him always joke about Jake Claver because because I think Jake Claver's like kind of a meathead, and I think he is kind of suspect, to be completely honest. And I'll go ahead and expand on this in just a second, but neither here nor there. It's not my business to really focus on what another man got going on. It's getting closer towards the end of the year, and this dude is just like powering up like a fucking supervillain. The closer it gets to the end of the year, he's like, just wait and see, guys. I never told you that it's not going to happen. He's like, 10 days left. We could still go to $100. Like, that's crazy work. Let me find a clip real quick. But I don't necessarily believe in the whole price stuff. I do believe in the macro factors. I do think a lot of this stuff is going to take place. And to be completely honest, I mean, this dude is not... Jake Claver hasn't really been wrong about much. His timelines have been kind of off, but who the fuck gets timelines right nowadays? He literally predicted we'll get the Epstein files. He predicted we'd get the Japan rate raise before it even happened. He was saying that. And he also predicted the price in oil is going to go up, which we might see that happen. So I don't put too much weight in the prices of things, guys. If you know what you hold, the price doesn't matter. At some point, if you're real and you understand, guys, at some point, like it becomes more than it becomes more than just about you, right? You have an opportunity that is multi-generational. The price right now doesn't fucking matter. And to be quite honest, like, if some shit happens to me, look, fuck, we live in a crazy world. It is what it is. At least I have the assets, and I'm going to put in place ways for those assets to be accessed by my family should some crazy shit happen, right? God forbid. I'm a young bull. You feel me?
Theory that is out there is a very interesting one, because obviously the Bank of Japan, giving away free money for a long period of time, eventually you got to pay the piper. So explain to our audience what you think the reverse carry trade does in terms of its impact on XRP and what we'll see coming out of this in the future.
Well, I call it the domino theory. I put it out a little more than a year ago, and it involves a reverse carry trade. So there's some catalyst that causes the Bank of Japan to raise interest rates pretty aggressively.
What would be the catalyst?
Oil. I think there's going to be some type of spike in oil, which would drive energy costs in Japan and would require them to push interest rates up to mitigate the inflation that they would see in their economy.
Okay, so if you had that occur, because you think about it, the U.S. has bailed the Bank of Japan out multiple times, mainly to help well, this is an interesting scenario, because if you think about it, because they're trying to keep that interest rate low, because if you look at the reverse carry trade, and if those notes started coming due, most of that is security held, so you're talking about bonds and treasuries that would immediately start to liquidate out of the U.S. economy. That would be catastrophic,
Yes.
So what replaces that? Explain to me what could replace that where if a reverse carry trade and an interest rate rise in Japan were to occur, how could we avoid a cataclysmic effect on our bonds and treasury bills?
So they've already backstopped it with the Genius Act. So the estimated volume of stablecoins that'll be issued is around $2.3 trillion, which just tends to be the foreign debt that's outstanding that would flow onto the market.
Mm-hmm.
So if you put that in place and that these banks are ready to go, they're ready to issue their stablecoins, you would drive demand here domestically in the U.S. for them to issue the stablecoins, and they would buy up the treasuries that float onto the market, and that would stabilize the bond market.
All right, so stable coins, RLUSD, USDC, et cetera, all out there being backed 1-to-1 with U.S. Treasuries. That's kind of the supporting backstop that you're claiming.
And you would have, the yen aggressively appreciating against the dollar, and other currencies. So people liquidating positions into other currencies would have to swap their FX back to the yen to be able to repay those loans.
Yeah, and the amount of
I think
FX.
XRP could play a role.
All right, he didn't say it in that video, but you guys understand the predictions that this guy has. I don't have to go ahead and find the clip. You guys know this dude said XRP should be at like $100 before the end of the year. It's December 20th. All right, can we just be honest? It ain't happening. And if it does happen, well, I'm happy as shit, and I'll say I'm wrong. I'll say I'm sorry and I'm wrong. But come on, guys. Now, everything up until he starts talking about price, he has said, and it's pretty accurate. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. That is about all I wanted to say for this video. I've just been rambling. It's a shit post. I'm gonna get this in and out quick. You feel me? I got a lot of Christmas shopping to do today, so I'm gonna get that done. And then I'll have a more instructive, better, more meme-filled video for you guys later today, probably. You feel me?
News. The fall of Bitcoin is near. Charts are in free fall, confidence is shattered, and wallets are bleeding red. But there is one person who can save you. No Face. Subscribe now or be left waiting for the next train.
I'm the cipher inside the system, encrypted rhythm, algorithmic wisdom. Bankers panic when I twist the prism, cause I decentralize the mechanism. Ledger lock, my code immaculate. Truth so sharp it decapitates, no fiat fate, lie emancipate. XRP flow, recalibrate. Invisible king with a digital throne. Phantom of finance, flesh and bone. I rise from data, self-made, self-known. Unshaken, I move in the zone. They manipulate, I meditate. They inflate, I innovate. They speculate, I educate. I'm the glitch they can't eliminate. Raw res crypto, masked in motion, riding the wave like quantum motion. XRP devotion, pure explosion. Phantom of finance, fully raw res crypto. Chain reaction, breaking control, pure satisfaction. No middleman, just interaction. Rebel of rhythm, blockchain faction. From Tokyo ticks to London trades. My name echoes in crypto raids. I'm the anomaly markets crave. Silhouetted in code, I misbehave. Monetary matrix, I override. Quantum ink where the truth can't hide. They kneel to debt, I walk with pride. No face crypto, decentralized guide. Every drop of fun, I distill the flame. Every smear campaign fuels the game. They'll remember the ghost, not the name. Cause legends don't chase, they claim. Ledger ignite. Phantom in flight. Man so bright. Can't see me, but feel my mind. No face crypto, phantom protocol. Standing tall while empires fall. Central chains can't cage it all. Unshaken faith, I break the wall. No face crypto, though immortal. Through digital doors, I breached the portal. Untraceable force, transtemporal, phantom of finance, suiting and racks. No face picker, no banks, no borders, no masters, just vision and velocity. The world's asleep, but the phantom never rests street.
That dirty. Tweets about dirty. Still super dirty. Still putting work in. Let's go. Got your girl Birkin. I'm jerking. I'm jerking. It seems like they shelling, they chilling, trying to stack 100 million. Girl got $1 billion. What the fuck? What a wonderful feeling. Hit to the ceiling, hit to the since 2017. I'm living the dream, getting the cream. I'm living on theme. I'm doing my things. Body supreme, body supreme, body supreme. Flex, now I'm flexing. Got Karen Cope not checking. Got model bitches pecking. I'm Ryan Reynolds and Rexing. I'm having fun, just sexting. My dick is young, get restless. When they say I'm too senseless, I respond like, it's okay. My life is up. Look at the Oscars, look at the dupes, look at the movies, look at the AAA girl gon' choose me. Look at my niggas, man, they wanna sue me. Chillin' and creepin' a 4-door, some more door. I look at them with my sword drawn. It's the most in the 4 walls.